morning. We are working on counseling skills, and this is the seventh. This is the seventh session. We want to work on self-disclosure of counselor. This is kind of a tricky part because let me just tell you about what the self-disclosure of counselor first. And self-disclosure refers generally to a counselor's sharing of personal information to clients. So that's kind of a tricky part. People are coming for the counseling services because they have problems and things are happening in their lives, so they have lots of problems and they want to just solve their problems, so they want to meet their counselors. And mainly counseling is about what clients tell their stories and hardships and feelings to their counselors, and counselors want to respond to them in many ways. And but counselors is disclosing themselves, and it is kind of not popular. I don't recommend it much, but that's what's happening, and that is actually helpful to clients, and sometimes it is no good for the clients and counselors. So let's get into it. The types of counselor self-disclosure can range from the sharing of information about the counselor's personal life and experiences to the sharing of his or her personal opinions about particular issues and events. There are four main types of counselor self-disclosures, like accidental, unavoidable, client-initiated, and deliberate. So, counselors' self-disclosure can be varied, and it can be happened. So it's like counselor's personal life and experience for helping the clients. So counselors don't want to do disclosure themselves to their clients for anything else but for helping their clients. Other than that, all things can be produce lots of problems because counseling is for helping clients. So as long as counselors can have clients, they can self-disclose, use the self-disclosure. But other than that, it is meaningless. So it's not just chatting. It's not just asking help to clients. So the counselors are supposed to be careful for that. Okay, and accidental self-disclosure are incidental, unplanned encounters outside the counseling session and spontaneous verbal or non-verbal reactions in session, or other occurrences that happen to reveal therapist's personal information to their client. Okay. So accidental, that is incidental, unplanned. Okay. That is outside the counseling session. Okay. And spontaneous verbal or non-verbal reactions in session. Just to spell out some words, but it's like a spilled milk, so you cannot get the spilled milk in the bottle again, but unknowingly, accidentally, counselors just spell some words about themselves. And it is including non-verbal evaluations like, frownings, their, foregrounds and, facial expressions or some, hands or body languages. Those are all included. Okay? This could be. Or other occurrences that happen to reveal therapist's personal information to them. Well, I did that too. I was very feeling bad to the present, and I did. So do I, unknowingly. So that kind of accidental self-disclosure, besides the outside of the counseling session, they clients met, see their counselors in a bar. Okay, that can be happened. Okay, so the clients can know that their counselors are coming to the bar, particular bar. Okay, then there can be a kind of self-disclosure that's accidental. Okay, but in the counseling sessions, lots of counselors can, do that. So we counselors are supposed to be careful not to do the accidental self-disclosure often, because it can be good. That's right, and then which is okay, but it can be bad to the clients also. So you can produce some ethical issues and problems. So that's the part we want to be careful. And unavoidable self-disclosures are client revelation about a counselor's personal life that occur through obvious distinguishing characteristics such as the counselor's race, gender, clothing, jewelry, etc. So that's unavoidable disclosure. We are supposed to wear the clothes, and we cannot hide our skin colors, and our clients can know what kind of race, skin colors, and ethnicity, and obvious things. Clothing. He likes Polo, Hilfiger, or Nike, Adidas, or something like that. And jewelry, counselors can wear bracelets, gold bracelets, gold, necklace, and women's wearing the earrings and hairbands and lots of things, and the glasses brands. Those things can be unavoidable. We are supposed to wear, suits or particular casual or semi-business shoes. All things can be exposed to the clients, and that's unavoidable self-disclosure. Okay, they can see our preferences, Nike, Adidas, alright. So those things can be unavoidable. So we can handle it, but we have to be careful to, wear our clothes, because what we are wearing can be a message to our clients also. So in that case, if we don't be careful, we can produce some problems to the clients, because what if our clients had, kind of horrible experience with Nike, and we are wearing Nike, that is not a good idea, okay? Then you're gonna wear Adidas the next time. Those kind of things can be considered by counselors, because depends on what kind of situations can be happened. We better be careful and be cautious. So because we are serving our clients with counseling services, we are not, all are same. Doctors are selling their services, skills, and the coffee makers, baristas are selling their skills and products. So we cannot avoid our unavoidable self-exposure. That's why people are wearing uniforms, because uniforms are safer. But counselors are wearing the uniforms. That's not make sense at all. Because doctors are wearing the white gowns because that represents that they are serving the patients. Okay, and so police officers, when we see police officers, we can see they are police officers and they are police officers. So we can see what they have and what they are doing already. So those things are pretty obvious. So unavoidable self-exposures are happening, and that's not because of that. Because it is unavoidable, we need to be careful not to wear. I don't want to recommend the counselors wear too much shiny jewelries and too much bright, kind of confusing colors, and it's not like too much designs and patterns, so clients can get confused and dizzy. There are some dizzy patterns like dots, lots of dots, and kind of weird patterns with lots of shiny different colors. It's pretty hard to focus on, and it's uncomfortable to talk with the counselors. Then that is obvious. So we counselors have to be careful not to wear those kind of things. And hairstyles, funky, Mohican styles, and boards with some tattoos on their head skin. I mean, those things can be very distractive. So we better be careful not to do it much. Okay, so and client-initiated disclosures occur. Client-initiated disclosures that can occur when clients seek and find information about their counselor on print or online media, such as biographies, resumes, family history, volunteer activity, professional achievements, etc. Well, nowadays I don't do too much. I just closed the Facebook because I thought I didn't need it, but I regret it because I lost lots of my friends' contact information. But I still have some. So I just opened the Facebook, but I don't upload my words on it anymore because, well, do I have to? If I really want to do that, maybe I want to just write a book, instead of lots of SNS, because it can be distorted by crooked people and things like that. If I talk about my kids and wife, and it can be delivered to people, bunch of people I don't know. So those kind of things can be happening at any time, which is not good. Okay. Generally speaking, the disclosure of personal counsel information to clients through accidental, unavoidable, and client-initiated means is thought to blur the boundaries of the counselor-client relationship and to be minimized wherever possible. So clients, it is natural for them to be curious to their counselors, so they can just type in their counselor's name on Google, and they can find lots of things from the Google. And well, as long as that information is okay for them, it is okay. Well, why not? But if they can find something here that they don't like, they cannot trust, or it can be ended up that they don't want to just work with particular counselors. They got assigned because what if they don't respect? What if they found that their counselors have different ideas on words, and there are lots of wars are happening in this world, and I'm on this side and the counselor is on the other side. That can be very tricky, and it's hard to get counseling services from the counselors because that is pretty not safe feeling, no good feeling at all. All right, so when you do SNS, Instagram, and what else, some things, and you want to be careful. Okay. Well, so I'm not that diligent, or something like that. So I don't want to just work with SNS a lot. So I don't have Instagram account. I don't have. I only have a Facebook. I never upload my words or thoughts and feelings on it. I do Kakao Talk. That's Korean stuff, like WeChat. It's like WeChat. It's kind of chatting with my friends and people, and I think that's it. Other than that, I don't want to do it anymore. Okay. On the other hand, the deliberate counselor staff disclosure is that disclosure of personal information that a counselor makes purposely to a client as a tool in the counseling process. So that's what counselors do. They want to just disclose themselves for helping clients. The use of deliberate counselor self-disclosure in the counseling process has shown to have some real benefits, but its use also carries some risks. That's the point we need to be careful. Well, some counselors can think that if I disclose what happened in my, for me in the past, can be helpful to my clients. Other than that, they wouldn't do that, right? But they just do that because hoping that they can help their clients. But well, in most cases, I believe those are helpful. But what if there are some risks and no good help, or hinder the counseling sessions? I think then it can be no good at all. Okay, it can be no good at all, right? So that things we have to be careful, right? All right, and let's just think about what we have. Let me just see some things. I want to fix some. pages I have. All right. Okay, I'll get back to the PowerPoint. All right. The benefits of using self-disclosure. Yeah, we want to just take a look at the benefits of the self-disclosure first, because apparently there are some good benefits for the clients and at the same time to the counselors themselves, because when their self-disclosures can be helpful to the clients can get benefits. At the same time, the counselors can get benefits from their clients' benefits. Okay, so it can be win-win, but sometimes it is hard for the counselors to disclose themselves, because it can be painful memories when they share with their clients. Okay. Number one, the benefits. Number one, self-disclosure can be a means of building rapport with clients, which is essential to the counseling relationship. Counselors often choose to disclose about themselves and their lives to aid in the development of trust that is necessary for counseling to be effective. Okay, so when clients come and counselors usually in general they just pull lots of questions. Actually, before they see their counselors, they have to just answer to lots of questions already for the intake, and then at the first session, counselors pour lots of questions to their clients, and they can get intimidated, because they have to answer lots of things. They hide it. They hide hidden for many days, months, and years, and they feel ashamed when they open those things to their counselors. So some counselors use self-disclosures at the first session, which shows that they had kind of counseling experiences as counselee, or after because counselors know what's going on to their counselees clients, and so they just want to share what happened to the counselors in the past, if they had a similar experience of what their clients had right now or had. Then they try to just build the rapport. So I had similar experience like you had or you had. Those kind of stories can make the clients feel comfortable more, and so they can open their minds to the counselors. So it can make the clients feel easy and comfortable, so they can open what they had and has. So self-disclosure can be means of building rapport with clients. That is true. All right, and counselors often choose to disclose about themselves and their lives to aid in the development of trust that is necessary for counseling to be effective. And number two is clients may feel uneasy telling a stranger about their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Getting to know their counselor better through the counselor's sharing of information on a personal level can help to reduce this uneasy feeling. Yeah, as I mentioned, clients may feel uneasy telling a stranger because they just met their counselors. It's new. Even though they knew that they paying for talking and counseling, getting help, but still, their counselors are new for them. Okay, they are new for them. You know, that is why they are new, and it is always hard to talk with new people. Okay, but they have to. They have to share what they have in their minds and thoughts. So it can be very hard for the clients. Some people are pretty good at doing, sharing, but some people are very intimidated and they worried a lot and they have some anxiety because they are doing something new, counseling. So it can be very hard for them. Okay. But at that point, counselors can talk, share what they had in their lives, getting to know the counselor. So counselors usually introduce themselves like, I'm your counselor, good to see you. It's a wonderful morning. And then, they can introduce this and that, I just studied counseling and psychology in a bachelor and master and doctoral level, and they can introduce themselves in many ways. I just focused on behavior therapy, which means this and that, and I have families and good things, and I have a cute dog or something like that. And they can share those kind of little things. By doing so, they can make their clients feel comfortable, so that they can easily share what they have in their mind and thoughts. So getting to know their counselor feels okay, because you give me some information and I'm willing to give my information to you. You give me your personal information, I'm going to give you my personal information too. Those things, give and take, kind of a simple give and take. Skills can be helpful to the counselings, okay? It is true, it is good, and it is helpful, right? Okay, and benefits number 3, and clients sometimes think that they are alone in their struggles. Thus, another reason for the use of counselor self-disclosure is to convey empathy to clients and to help them feel that they are not alone in their struggles, and that their emotions and experiences are being heard and validated. Let me check the AC, because I just turned the AC on, but it's not working. Okay. because this classroom has no window or whatsoever, so without AC, it's gonna be hard for me to breathe. Okay. So feeling alone, yes. So most clients are feeling alone. So they think they are the only person who is struggling with particular problems. Anxiety, depression, loneliness, frustrations. So they feel lonely. They are feeling lonely because they don't want to share what they have with others, even with any friends, even with the best friend. They don't want to share it because they are feeling shame, or they are feeling inferior, or they are feeling guilty. So with many reasons, they don't want to share. They don't want to share what they have in their mind. So they are feeling lonely. Because of it, they are feeling more lonely. As time passes, they are feeling more lonely. So when their counselors just share, for example, they have depressions. The clients have different depression right now, and the counselor shares, he or she had depression, in the past, or something like that, and they can, in most cases, the clients got puzzled, kind of they got surprised because their counselors had similar problems in the past, and they think their counselors can understand, their clients, and they can, find better or the best ways they can be recovered from the depression. So sharing what happened in the past with their clients can be benefit. It can be helpful. Okay. And especially the struggles and emotions and experiences. Because counseling is not about only story, but feelings. And so some clients can see what really happened to their counselors. And so when their counselors share what they feel, and they can see what's really going on. Okay, that is quite important. And number 4, counseling process can often feel one-sided for clients, because they're able to say lots of things, especially for the few sessions. So, and then counselors are asking a bunch of questions. When that happened, who did that? What did you feel? What did you do? What did the other person do? There are lots of things. The clients have to answer to the counselor's questions. So it can be one-sided. Yes, it can be one-sided. But they don't want to feel it is so one-sided. It's like cops are asking lots of questions to the, perpetrators or victims. In that focus is primarily on their presenting issues. This imbalance has shown to make some clients uncomfortable, and in such cases, thoughtful person sharing from the counselor can lessen their discomfort. So actually, that is one-sided, but actually, counseling is working together on the clients, not on the counselors. Okay, so basically, that's the counseling. So when the clients want to see what's really going on to them, because sometimes they don't understand what's going on to them, so they want to know what's really going on to themselves. For figuring to figure it out, they have to work with their counselors. They have to say lots of things to their counselors. But when they just sharing all things to their counselors, it's like pouring all things to the counselors, and counselors can understand what's going on, and they just respond to them. For avoiding that kind of a thing, we need to develop our listening skills like active listening. So when it is inevitable that the counselees, the clients have to tell lots of things to their counselors, but so when they say this and that, counselors want to do active listening. So, oh, right, what did you feel? Oh, you mean, and summarizing and restate, paraphrasing or something like that. So, actually, they are talking about what's happening to the clients, but the counselors are just together and restate what the clients said and paraphrasing the same thing and summarizing. So it's like they are talking together almost evenly. The contents wise, the time wise, clients are talking more, but so that skills can help the clients feel, oh, I'm not the only person who is talking, but my counselor is talking about my case, and so they are just talking and listening one by one, but actually that's working for clients only. Okay. So without that kind of active listening and paraphrasing and restating and summarizing, clients can feel that is so much one-sided, even though they know that is one-sided, and they can be, because they have to tell, and the counselors can help them. But with those kind of skills, clients can feel, oh, I'm really, it is a conversation. It's a conversation, right? So that kind of feelings and experiences can be very important, okay? So this imbalance has shown to make some clients uncomfortable. Yes, when their counselors keep on asking lots of questions without restating, summarizing, paraphrasing. Even those things can make the clients feel that's one-sided. Then I think counselors can put some self-disclosures. Okay. And in such cases, thoughtful personal sharing from the counselor can lessen their discomfort. So if that is helpful, as long as that is helpful, self-disclosing is okay. But the counselors have to have confidence that those self-disclosures can be really helpful to their clients. Okay. Number 5, benefits. Clients may be intimidated by a counselor's professional status and credentials. Personal disclosure by the counselor may serve to humanize the counselor in the client's eyes and diminish the impact of this perceived power differential on the formation of an effective counseling relationship. So the clients, they can be intimidated by counselors' professional status. I'm a counselor, I know everything, I can help you, I can give you solutions. You just tell me whatever you have in your mind and thoughts, I'm gonna fix you. That's what maybe clients can imagine, but so sometimes, or in most cases, clients are feeling intimidated because what they are talking to their counselors can be ridiculous things for to the counselors. Do I have to tell these stupid things to the counselor? And what if the counselor think that I'm stupid? That can be happen to everybody. Maybe my counselor knows everything. I'm feeling shame because I'm sharing my hardships to my counselor. I know that I paid for it, and I have no worries that my counselor gonna just let all people know. But still, between me and my counselor, I can feel inferior, I can feel I'm stupid, I can feel shame, that things can be happening. So in that situation, counselors want to just let their clients know that they see a human being, made lots of mistakes, and spend kind of tough times in most cases, and they felt what their clients are feeling right now, and then those things can be happen when the counselors open and share what they had in the past, their experiences like as a human being. By doing so, clients can feel comfortable more, and they can get encouraged to share what they have in their minds and thoughts more. Okay, so that's why that's the point we counselors wanna use self-disclosures. Okay. When I, just taught college students in a university, I just led a class like Introduction to Christian Counseling, but I just chose some particular topics like depression, anxiety, or something like that, because that's what people usually have, especially for the college kids. Because they are in a kind of middle zone. They are not in the real society. They can make money, but they are getting ready for that, and they are free in the meantime. But they have to get ready for their future. So they have lots of problems, lots of anxieties, frustrations. So when I just just taught them for the depression, and I felt depressed in the beginning. I just pretend and I acted like that, anxiety, anger. For the anger management, I got angry as soon as I got in the classroom, and the students got surprised because sometimes I just keep the puppets or things and throw the chalks to the blackboard, or somewhere safe, because I didn't want to hit any students with the chalk, something like that, and then they could understand. Later on, he's gonna teach us anger management. They noticed what. Actually, they got the syllabi, so they know those kids. They knew those schedules, but anyways. So acting, clothings, and they ask some questions or share what they learned about myself, the counselors, and I can do it by myself for helping my clients. Can share what they have in their mind more comfortably, and those things are very important skills we want to equip. So that's all for our clients. Okay. Excuse me. All right, and what else? Yeah, there are risks of using self-disclosures. We don't have any risks. We didn't have to take care of this topic. There are absolutely some risks of using self-disclosure. The first one is this: one of the most significant risks of counselor self-disclosure is a shift in treatment focus away from the client's needs and treatment goals. So once I started, sharing, the self-disclosure, I'm telling my story to my clients. Actually, we are supposed to focus on the clients, our clients, but we are talking about ourselves. So focusing is transferred from our clients to ourselves. It's talking about it. That's the biggest topic. And then the client's gonna ask questions to you. All right, they're gonna ask you some questions because they are curious. because they have similar experience and feelings and thoughts, but oh my goodness, my counselor is sharing a little bit similar thing to me, and then I have bunch of questions to my counselors because I was curious of what my counselor did, reacted, responded, talked, or other parties did, and in what situation, and so what is happening, what happened, and what if it happened. There were lots of questions about it, so the focus can be transferred, and if that is, do you think that is a good idea? I don't think that is a good idea, right? The sharing of too much information by a counselor about his or her own personal struggles may be perceived by the client as a sign of counselor impairment and inability to perform his or her professional duties responsibly. Okay. The sharing of too much information by a counselor about his or her own personal struggles may be perceived by the client as a sign of counselor impairment. Oh my goodness, my counselor had hardships and he couldn't take care of that situation right, and how come my counselor can help me right? So you just shared your hardships and kind of similar experiences to what your client had or has right now, but depends on the information, how much, then your clients can think you are not strong enough to handle that problem, and how can you help me? That's natural thoughts they can have. Then can they trust you? You try to help your client, but actually you're not helping your clients. Why? Because there can be trust problem. Okay? So that's the part I don't like you face to, and I don't want to face to, because what the professionalism is, what the professional is for. Okay. So you can be successful to make your client feel comfortable, but you failed on you just failed on building strong trust. Okay. So that kind of things can be happened at any time. So you better be careful about it. Number 2 is excessive personal sharing by a counselor may be seen by the client as self-serving. It may convey disinterest in the client's issues and thus may be damaging to the counseling relationship. Excessive personal sharing, whether you want to or not, because once you start your own story to your clients, well, because they're gonna ask some questions about your case, not your client's case, and you're gonna talk more and more because their questions can be endless. So you're gonna share a little bit more and more, thinking that it can be helpful to your clients. So you keep on going, just talking about this and that, and what will happen, and you will fail to help your clients. because you already shared too much information with your clients. Okay, it's like self-serving. Okay, oh my goodness, my counselor is just sharing his or her hardships, and I draw the last bunch of questions, and he's answering to it. It's too much. It's too much, right? And time passes, and time flows, endlessly, and your clients can think, what? I paid for 1 hour, but my counselor used 15 minutes, for all of it, sharing his or her hardships. Then, when they on the way to their home, they can think that my counselor wasted all my time. So when you just talk about yourself, self-disclosing, you better be careful not to spend lots of time, and you don't want to just answer to all your clients' questions. You don't want to just go deep or deeper, okay? So you can show your weakness to your clients. So that's the point. You better be careful, very careful. Okay. Counselor self-disclosure can be determined if it is provided without consideration of the client's presenting problem. For example, if a counselor shares his or her struggles, a client who has a difficulty with worry or excessive caretaking might be triggered to engage toward the counselor in the very caretaking behavior that he or she is trying to correct. Okay? So that's the point, kind of counselor and client's positions is switched. Okay? So clients want to get help for with the counseling services, but what if the client has kind of obsessive, or they are willing to help others anytime they see, and then they can have kind of a problem. It's kind of funny, and but that can be handled. It's really close. Okay. Counselor self-disclosure can be detrimental. Okay. So that's the kind of funny case, but it can be handled. Your clients can try to help you more and more. It's kind of weird. So when you want to share, the self-disclosure, when you decided to do self-disclosure, you have to be careful. I'm gonna just tell my clients this much, and I'm gonna just stick to it. I'm not gonna do more and more, even though my clients will ask lots of questions. I'm gonna just take care of it. So I wanna just then I wanna just listen to you. Can you please tell me about what you think? There are lots of transitional words you can use. By the way, those things can be helpful. So you want to just focus on your clients right after sharing, right after your self-disclosure. You don't want to stick to it. You don't want to make your clients stick to it. You want to just just change the topic or something, and so focus on your clients right away. 4. Counselor self-disclosure can be detrimental if it is provided without consideration of the client's value system. Sharing personal experiences or views that violate a client's value system may threaten the client's trust in the counselor as an appropriate source of help. Okay. Counselor self-disclosure can be detrimental if it is provided without consideration of the client's value system. That is very important because your value system can be different with your client's value system because of cultural background, because of the personal experience background, because of the education background. Many things are involved in, and your value system can be really different with your client's value system. Even though you are you both are born in the United States. One person was born in California, one person was born in New York, Chicago, Missouri. Those can be quite different, okay? And what about the religions they have? Religious differences can produce lots of value system differences too. Sharing personal experiences or views that violate a client's value system may threaten the client's trust in the counselor as an appropriate source of help. So you don't want to touch or judge your client's value system when you self-disclosure. Okay? So overall, I would not self-disclosure much, at least. If I have to do it, I'm gonna just minimize it. Okay? So I can find many other ways, make my clients feel comfortable so that they can share more. But I would not use, more risky ways for that. I wouldn't have to. Last thing is that too much counselor self-disclosure can blur the boundaries in the professional relationship. The client may come to view the counselor more as a friend than a professional helper. I think that is a good point. You are a counselor and they are clients. That's position difference. It's not about power differences. It's position differences. For keeping the quite solid positions, you need to be professional, and you need to show your professionalities. Okay, attitudes also. That's what I failed in many situations. Okay? So, we better be careful for that. Once you lose your position, professionalism, and it's going to be very hard to be recovered. Being a friend of others is good, as long as you are friends. Because you don't want to be your client's friend. No. It's better for you, it's better for your clients. You can make your clients feel comfortable as long as they can see you as professional counselors. You don't want to break the boundaries. Ethical self-disclosure. Consider the benefits. Ask yourself in advance of using self-disclosure just how the disclosure will help the client. Unless the clear benefit to the client can be identified, self-disclosure should not be used. Okay. Number 2, consider the risks. Consider the potential detriment that self-disclosure might have on the client. The use of self-disclosure should be considered if any potential risks to the clients can be identified, regardless of the prospect of the potential benefits. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Number 3, be brief. Told you, be brief. In self-disclosing, say what you need to say in the most concise manner possible, limiting the details of your disclosure to what is most likely to benefit the client. Self-disclosure is less likely to cause harm when it is thoughtfully planned in advance of the session in which it is used. Yeah, be brief. So you don't want to stick to, stuck on your case rather than your client's case. Be brief. When your clients throw lots of questions on it, you can just answer briefly and try to find, transfer your case to your client's case, right? Number 4, use I statements. Make it clear that you are giving your opinion based on your personal experiences only. Otherwise, it can be easy for clients to assume that you are conveying academic and professional expertise, and this can be misleading. Use I statements. Use I statements. Okay, because I statements. Number 5, consider your client's values. In as much as making disclosures that are not aligned with your client's values can be potentially harmful, refrain from using self-disclosure until you have had time to acquire an accurate sense of the client's value system. So you don't want to ruin your counseling, with self-disclosure at all. So you are planning to help the counselings and the clients, especially with your self-disclosure. So be careful. That's the point. You want to be careful. It can be difficult to predict exactly how a client will respond or react to a disclosure. Careful monitoring and frequent checking in are important in order to gauge how the client is feeling about all aspects of the therapeutic relationship. Given that each client is different, as is each counselor, a rigid view is likely unhelpful when it comes to the practice of self-disclosure. Instead, each choice to use self-disclosure should be made according to careful consideration of its potential assets and liabilities to each client. So you have kind of a certain story you want to use for making your clients feeling comfortable and easy. But the particular your story can be good for this client but bad for this other client. So when you choose your self-disclosure, you better cautiously choose and select and think about your client's situations, so you can choose some other options. All clients are not the same. They are all different, and your self-disclosure can be helpful to this one but bad for that one. So self-disclosure, basically, it is very helpful to the clients, but it can be very bad to your clients at the same time. That's why you want to be careful. For me, I wouldn't use self-disclosure much, but it is unavoidable, as you said, and it is unavoidable sometimes. But if you choose to use self-disclosure, you better be careful. It must be short, brief, it must be effective, it must be helpful to your clients. All those things can be considered, should be considered. And by doing so, maybe your counselors can be productive. Hopefully, you better be careful the self-disclosures. I think that's all for today, and I want to just see you next week. Okay? Thank you.